Another interesting story about the Africans, the Biafrans, the movement, everything. And this message is coming from one of our brother by name JC Okechukwu. He used to be one of the Nollywood icons in those days, but not until he said that God called him to serve God. Whether he is serving God, he is a pastor, he is a deacon, he is a motivational speaker, par excellence. I don't even know what I can use to qualify him or equalize him. But I would like you to listen to him. You find the truth you have been looking for. In fact, this guy is another guy. If he is preaching this his message using a platform to a kind of advertise the Biafrans, it would have been more better, because this guy speaks like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And as a matter of fact, this guy now have put the Biafrans in a very tight corner again, because the West don't like anybody who come out to tell them the truth. This interview, he had it with one American guy by name Garland Nixon. Garland Nixon, he had this interview, and I will allow you to watch the interview. But as you are watching, please, I want to hear your opinion at the comment section. Let me not take much of your time. Just watch it, then we'll come back for more discussion. Like, share, comment, and subscribe for more interesting videos.
Africa that is so rich in uranium, Namibia, and you see Germany. Then who else do you see? You see Britain, the second largest holder, if not the largest holder of colonies. No, is the largest holder of colonies in Africa, followed by France. Can you see the people who are at the forefront pushing? We need to go to war, go to war. Don't forget about peace, peace, peace. But look at Hungary, look at Slovakia, look at these other guys. They don't own any colony anywhere. But the guys who are rattled and unsettled by the whole war, that want to really go to war, want Ukraine to keep Russia busy on the battlefield, the colonials, the holders of colonial territories in Africa. You know why? Because if peace comes between Russia and Ukraine, Russia will have so much peace that their military will not be sent to go to any war, and more than half of that military will be sent to parts of Africa to help secure potential revolutionaries that are coming. The best way to distract Russia is to keep them busy at the battlefront, to weaken their military. When you hear them say that, you don't know why they're saying that. They're saying it because of Africa. We are telling you that France does not have a drop of gold in their soil, and they have the fourth largest. Do you understand what that means? The reserve, fourth largest in the world. You see nations in Europe that don't have anything, but you go and see how much they have. It's beyond, it boggles the mind. But the nations that produce and milk, they have nothing. Can you believe that? It's just recently that Russia partnered with Mali to build a gold refinery in Mali. Can you imagine, Garland? The home of gold in Africa is just getting a gold refinery. Ibrahim Traore just recently also began to push for that, and they're now looking for nuclear. You can imagine people who own uranium don't have any nuclear powered plant. There's no light, nothing. But they are sending the uranium to Europe, where they use it to generate power, generate electricity. But they sleep in darkness every single day of their lives. The seventh largest uranium producer in the world has no light, no electricity. No, for how long will this injustice go on? So Russia has now been pushed to the wall, and the only way they are fighting back is by helping Africa to break loose from the colonial enslavement, which is a way to... Let me tell you, if you kill 10,000 French soldiers, say for instance, they send 10,000 French soldiers to Ukraine and the Russians kill them. If you destroy all the armaments on the battlefield, it is not anywhere close to taking one nation in Africa away from France. So what Russia is doing is collateral eternal damage. And what they're doing is not just helping Africa to break loose, they are also helping to consolidate the gains, the victories that they have got. That's why you look at what is happening. The moment these nations are broken away from France, immediately they move at lightning speed. Oh, get your soldiers out of here. IMF, get out. World Bank, get out. Your radio stations, get out. You don't want anybody propagandizing our people. You get out, you get out, get out, get out. And then immediately they consolidate. And once they consolidate, now it becomes permanent. This is what has happened in these countries. And the blueprint, Russia is the only world power that is able and willing to release the blueprint for decolonization to Africans. They have different parts, but we have only one that works for us, which is forceful military takeover. Russia is the only one that has the blueprint. If not, how could they have helped with Mali, with Burkina Faso, and with Niger? And all of them are successful, standing today. And they are making sure that nothing happens to those guys that are in power. So the greatest mistake of colonial Europe was encroaching into the borders of Russia, was pushing for war with Russia in Ukraine, trying to promise Ukraine NATO membership. Really? That shares a common border with Russia? Are you kidding me? Really? Really? And so Russia says, okay, fine, we can play this game. And seeing the sentiment in Africa, Russia doesn't have to do too much. Just give us a head start and leave the rest for us. Africans are ready. And that's what is going to happen very soon.
Well, thank you very much. I certainly, appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule. And hopefully, I will contact you again next week. I'm hoping if you have time, you can come on, stay in touch and regularly update us. I think it's very important that we continue these discussions. I think it's very important that the people in the United States and the people all over, believe it or not, I found out the views that I get, which I guess I average about 20,000 views a day, right? But the views that I get, #1 city in the world, London. Isn't that interesting? London, #1 city in the world. And here I am sitting here and so the world is changing. I think #2 is New York City. So the world is changing. These are the people that used to watch CNN and MSNBC and BBC. And now they're watching Melbourne, Australia, Los Angeles, California. These are the people that used to watch the local news. And now they're watching us. And they're hearing what they would have never heard. See, to me, that's something else, too. The people are hearing what they would have never heard before. During the U.S., the weapons of mass destruction, if there had been the ability of people from Baghdad in Iraq to come on these YouTube shows and say, we are here and we don't want, and they're saying they're coming to save us from Saddam Hussein. We don't want the West to come. If the people in America had been able to see the people of Baghdad then come on and tell the truth, the United States wouldn't have been able to do the things they've done. The difference is now the people can see Joseph Okechukwu, and they can see the people come on and say, nope, time out. Not this time. Not for us. We're standing up for ourselves. And I think we're making a difference. I feel like not me, but we in the alternative media sphere are making a difference.
Yeah.
So, and I really appreciate, as example, I saw you on George Galloway and I said, that guy right there. The people on my channel, not, oh, he has to come on my channel. It was the people on my channel has to hear what he has to say because they need to hear what Africa has to say. They need to hear what you have to say, because what are we going to turn on and some old, Michael Langley Obama type is going to come on in America. And because they have a black face, the leadership of the United States will put them on so that they can convince the black people in America, well, everything's fine. Just go along, be patriotic, go along with your government. But I saw you on Galloway and I said, that guy, we need to hear his voice. So I really appreciate it. Where can people find you online and follow you online?
Okay, so I'm most active on X at JC Okechukwu, and on YouTube, my name is just Joseph Okechukwu. On YouTube, you can find me there, and of course on Instagram, where I am the least active. It's because I lost one of my accounts because of my explosive nature and the kind of things I would do. Of course, you can relate to that. So it's the new account is REEL Joseph Okechukwu, real Joseph Okechukwu, REEL Joseph Okechukwu on Instagram. And then TikTok is at Kingest Joe. I have a bunch of stuff also. I'm also very active on TikTok at Kingest, KINGESTJOE, at Kingest Joe on TikTok.
All right. Well, if everyone follows you on X, they can find links to your other stuff
The
also,
links,
right?
yes.
Yeah, so
Yes.
follow Joseph Okechukwu on X and keep up with him. And we certainly appreciate it and hope to get you back on the channel soon.
Thank you, man.
And I'm going to tell everybody out there who's watching, all 641 who are watching right now, please share this on all your social media platforms. Share it everywhere. We need to get at least 30,000 views for this video, and you can be a part of it. Thank you very much, everyone. Follow me on Rockfin. Follow me on Rumble, on Telegram, and all of that stuff. But most importantly, share this on all your social media platforms. Share it with everyone you know. Thank you. We're out.
Yeah, truth they say is bitter. That's exactly what this guy have exposed here. Truth is bitter. You can imagine the kind of fight Ibrahim Traore is fighting today. That is the kind of fight and struggle Nnamdi Kanu have been struggling for the past 10 decades. Sorry, for the past a decade and not 10 decades. 10 years, I want to say 10 years. So please, pardon me on that gaffe. So what am I trying to say here? This guy, he have already put us again in another tight corner. The West, he had to hear what this guy have just spoken. And he had the interview with an American whom we feel, or rather we think that they have the interest of the Biafrans, Africans at heart. No, they go where their interest is needed. Anywhere that don't have anything for them to take, they are not going there. Are you hearing me now? Yes, you might say, okay, they have something to take in Biafra land, but they have been taking this thing even without the permission of the Biafrans since long time immemorial. To the extent that Trump made it clear before the international community or before the whole world that the minerals in Africa belongs to them. In other words, if you are an African leader and you are rose up, you want to protect your people using the mineral resources to better their lives, automatically you have become an enemy to the West and also to the Americans as well. That is the problem we are suffering today. And we are looking on to America to give us Biafra. How possible is that? Yes, I'm a strong supporter of Trump, thinking that he is going to do something extraordinary from what other ones are doing. But I have found out that they are all the same. There's nothing. There's nothing. Even we have a Biafran lobbyist in his cabinet. But what are they doing there? Are they really lobbying for you? That is why sometimes when I look at that fool that call himself Erias Garosolis coming online, instead of going from meeting to meeting from Finland to US on how to free Samonekpa and also to bring all these injustices to an end. He is now busy going live every day talking about Biafrans. Let me ask you, when did Elias Garosoli, whatever they call him, turn to be a Biafran? Or rather now, he's now a Biafran agitator. Don't be surprised, very soon now he'll begin to call for fundraising. And our people mumushly and foolishly donate to him. Yes, now because of inferiority complex, they say, this one way white now, don't they agitate for Biafrans? Maybe we will trust him more than we trust white. My brother, the whites are even more corrupt than your African leaders. Let me just put it that way. They are corrupt more than your African leaders, because if they are not corrupt more than our African leaders, all those money they are looting from Nigeria, where is it going? Is it not in white man's land? Is it not in all the whole foreign accounts they have there? Why don't they, if they bring the money, you chase them back and tell them to go and keep it in their country? That is the question. So somebody will say that, no, Africans, they thief everything. They thief it. Where did they keep it? Just like a woman now coming to accuse a man of cheating. You cannot accuse me of a cheating. Any man that a woman accusing of a cheating, that woman herself is a mumu. A man who go to another woman, you call it cheat. If you go to cheat with a fellow man, say that one is cheating. Now the same woman you go. Not that I'm encouraging cheating, so no come here now begin to rant. I don't want that. So let us take it this way. Africans, they say they are corrupt. Africans are not corrupt. If not the Europeans, the whites are helping them in their looting, they will stop looting. If they bring that money, come there, they want to buy properties, and you know that these ones are in public service, using the public funds to purchase all these things. You chase them back and said no, or you get them. If they insist, you seize the money and bring it back and share it to the masses. The looting will stop. Yet you are telling me that Africans they are corrupt, but you are helping them to save the loot. You are helping them to save the money they get through looting. The money they get through public offices, they siphon the salary of men itself, and then you tell me Africans are corrupt. No, you the one that are helping them to keep the money. You are the most corrupt. In fact, you are the devil himself. So this guy, don't put us in another tight corner again. And I hope this one will not bring another different problem for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa, because they hate to hear all this truth. Once you are speaking the truth, once you are opening the cankerworms and caterpillars, once you are opening all the whole secret they are using to hold Africa down, my brother, if you mention it, just go in the region which you come from. Most especially, this guy is an Igbo he's an Owerri guy. He's an Owerri guy. The state that produces the highest gas that they are being used in Europe now. So you can just know that this guy have created another problem for the Biafrans, because this is what they don't want to hear. And anytime anybody making a comment with all these facts, my brother, your region has become an enemy to them, and they are going to do everything humanly possible to make sure that they destroy that region. Anyway, what do I know? Let us just take most of the comments that follow this video, so that I will not waste much of your time, because today is Monday and time is money. So just take it as a pinch of salt or insult. I beg, I don't speak the one why no. Okay, Adam said, what was the agreement between the African countries and France government for them to collect natural resources? What agreement do you think? Even if there's any agreement signed, people who signed the agreements have long gone since 19 Yes, now most of them are being meant to sign things they don't even know, they don't even read, they can't even explain. And then you will present it to us now that this thing was signed since 1804, where we are in 21st century. And you sign, and they sign it lifetime. Okay. Uche Uzoigwe said that you don't need to apologize. You are saying it the way it should be. Keep doing what you know how to do best, sir. Salute. Another one said, what is that's his name? He said, I salute, sir. Salute. Continue saluting, my brother. Okay, Cornelius Williams said, we African Americans stand with Africa. Nothing is going to happen to Honor. Okay, Joachim Ene said, okay, Chuku, my brother, thanks so much for this take. You have already made my day. The Fry Zone said, you are too apologetic. Abi? Maybe you don't need to apologize. Another said, okay, Chuku is a treasure to Africa. Keep it up. Nobu Madoka said, this fire in you is the reason we prefer your videos over exposed. Okay? Kwame Nkruba said, no apologies, my brother. These things sometimes make your heart ache. Of course, we are speaking the truth, and people don't dare to believe you. It makes you to even get a heartache. Okay, David said, nice one, Mr. Joseph. I don't care how much you scream or yell. You are as usual, or rather as always, as on point. Okay, Red said you didn't scream, sir. It was just passion for motherland. Well, we are going to end it here. More of these videos is coming your way. Just like, share, comment, and make sure you keep subscribing for more interesting videos coming your way. I, Okulora, will always be here to serve you. Let this video go viral. Make sure you didn't skip. Continue to share. You get why. Makanda kwa mama. Yono chagwa upusi. Anam.